The biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, and one of the great venues, Mackey Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Nevada Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Road with the latest on the weather.
The Wolfpack head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Lobos ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Turner. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the... Nevada will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Lobos offense will now get its first chance with the football. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hits.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Back to pass. throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. 1st and 10 coming up. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Nevada has it in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Turner. Got a little grass. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll go with Brown. Fights off a defender. Needed a couple of more yards on that play and just couldn't quite stay in bounds to get it, and the defense rises up. Complete to start this drive. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. It's on target and complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. And the Lobos will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Could be an alley. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Lobos, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Quarterback making adjustments. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Running inside, it's Humphrey. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
And he is is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Finding an escape route. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Picked off, and he's got open room. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. The inside handoff. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program, and he's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And now the lead is extended a little further. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. Snags it, and there's running room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Plucks it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Nevada set to kick off to start the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Taken in by Smith on the right side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Tight end now in motion. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Brown again. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. Backed up inside their own 5, 3rd down, and a chance for this defense to make a statement. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to Brown. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. This Nevada offense really has it going. A give to Brown.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Nevada comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. Might have a chance. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
I don't think the receiver was expecting that much heat on that throw. He came out of his break, and it's almost as if he thought the quarterback was going to take a bit off of it and give him a chance, but he had no shot on that incompletion.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Calls his own number. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get the...
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Throws to the wideout. Give him 6. Touchdown, Lobos. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air on first down. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snagged out of the air. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Nevada comes to the line after getting the 1st down. Run in the red zone, it's Turner. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Intercepted deep in his own end. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick 6.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
To the air on 2nd down. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Soft spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Lobos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He goes right back to the air. Finds his tight end. Turning it on! So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Unleashes one. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the 1st down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. And send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
New Mexico, 24, Nevada, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really...
Throws toward the end zone. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got a man. It's Miller. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Got his man. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone.
Caught along the sideline. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Lobos line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! Starting to to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he never had a chance. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play.
Timeout, New Mexico.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Again, it's Brown. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Open on the right side, that's Smith. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.